Welcome to the Shall We Football Podcast. This is season 2 because it's the off season. Season 1 was when they were playing actual games. Episode 14, NFL Draft Parent Teacher Conferences. Part 2 is the AFC edition. This is the SWF 2021 AFC Draft Grades with Luke Sawhook. Sawhook?
Sawhook.
It's the second one, is my understanding.
Yeah, let's go with Luke Sawhook.
There you go.
We do have Luke here. He does social media for Dynasty Nerds. That's at Dynasty Nerds, dynastynerds.com. FTN Network, and that's at FTN Network, ftnbets.com/prop-shop.
You're really going hard on the plugs here.
I'm telling you, buddy. And I can
plug away, Ryan,
if you need me
Let's
to.
get pluggy.
Yeah, how fast do you want me to read them? Are we going full end of medical, like
Light
prescription
speed.
drug thing?
You can go fast. I really don't
Other
care
FTN
about
accounts
the
at
plugs
FTN Daily, at FTN Fantasy, at FTN Bets. Get your sports news, data, and advice from FTN Network. He's also a writer for Fantasy Pros at Fantasy Pros and Fansided at Fansided. He's the host for the 3 Coast Sports podcast at 3 Coast Sports, 3coastsports.com. Entertain, inform, win, give back. Great stuff. Awesome premise and great content. Check out on YouTube and all the major podcast platforms. First, the NFL Draft Parent Teacher Conferences Part 2 and the AFC edition. We give all the good little AFC GMs grades on their adorable draft projects. All right, that's as fast as I could go. Luke's going to try. Luke's going to try to get through the pronunciation game that we always do as well. I thought I was going to be an auctioneer at one point in my career. That didn't.
You surely you lie.
I did some stories about auctions and talked really fast in those. Got in trouble for it.
I'm curious about this pronunciation game.
Yeah, we do it to all of our guests.
It's a rite of passage.
Yeah,
I like
AJ finds the good ones.
I like it.
So for that, we're gonna also give out the McCorkle Award. Colt, can you turn your video off for just 1 second?
You got it,
this
man.
This award is named for our sweet prince, New England Patriots backup quarterback, about to be starting quarterback, Mac Jones from Alabama.
I actually just traded for Mac Jones. I acquired my first.
Always smart. Always smart.
So listen, I'm in a league. I'm a pretty big contender, but there's like 3 like really good teams in this league, and I needed a QB3 really bad. And going into the rookie draft, I had the 108 in a super flex 12-teamer, and I was thinking like, okay, I'll get one of the top 4 or 5 rookie quarterbacks. Like there's no way that all 5 go before 8, right?
Right.
Well, they didn't. Mac Jones was on the board at the 108. But also was freaking Jamar Chase. So I took Jamar Chase over Mac Jones.
Fair.
So,
that's fine. That's fine.
You got to.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Look at
anyway,
the bottom. It's great.
But I had an excess at wide receiver. This trade on paper, I don't know how I feel about it. Twitter said I lost. I don't really know. It fits my team needs, but I want to see what you guys think. I love both the players I'm trading away, by the way. No, not in the diamond against them. I got Mac Jones and Javonte Williams. Good package. Really good package.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the super flex. I gave up T. Higgins and Devonta Smith.
Giving up
Jamar Chase is going to take touches.
It makes me sad.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
I understand. So, like, I gave up 2 really good wide receivers, right? But I still have Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Lockett.
That'll work.
Oh, God.
Antonio Brown. Yeah, I'm fine.
This is 12-team?
Wow. Yeah, my team's loaded. But let me show you guys the best team in this league. This guy's team is disgusting. He has Russell Wilson, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Chris Godwin, Mari Cooper, George Kittle, tight end premium, by the way, Zeke, Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb, Deshaun Watson, Cam Newton. Where are the other good players? Keenan Allen,
egregious.
Allen Robinson, Zach Ertz, Hunter Henry, Eric Ebron, Jerry Jeudy, Justin Jefferson, and Elijah Moore.
Jesus Christ.
Collusion.
I stopped computing.
Yeah, that league is nuts. Like we got
Colts overloaded.
We got 12 really good managers in there last offseason. We went absolute batshit crazy with trades. I'm pretty sure a package deal of Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley was dealt 6 times.
Good God.
Well, with the injuries last year too, they're at an all-time low in value. I mean,
yeah.
Anyway,
I got Mac Jones. This is the that's what I was trying to say.
That's
in Mac we trust.
In Mac we trust. McCorkle forever.
That's a lot. AJ, explain the grading system, please.
So yeah, this checks out. It's an appropriate grading system for us. It fits us. We're grading on eggplants. That's 5 eggplants is great value. 4 eggplants is good value. 3 eggplants is some value. 2 eggplants is Mike Mayock or Chip Kelly's general phone-it-in strategy, and 1 eggplant is basically drafting Roberto Aguayo in the second. We don't do that. This is a collaborative effort, 1 grade for each team. Let's talk. Higher round picks have higher impact on the grades. Factor in your definition of each team's needs and or pre-draft trades as you see fit. Also, we do halvesies now. Not sure how that works anatomically, but when in Rome. This will be the AFC only. A brisk pace, gentlemen. One of us will inevitably have to shit. Luke, any last words?
No, I do not have to shit, so I'm good to go.
Not yet.
Ryan, go ahead and make it weird, bud.
Yep, I'm definitely going to have to shit for sure.
Excellent.
Starting with the Buffalo Bills, gentlemen. If you can look at the draft board, that's Gregory Rousseau, Carlos Basham Jr., Spencer Brown, Tommy Doyle, Marquez Stevenson, DeMar Hamlin. What do we think, fellas? How many eggplants are we giving them?
Ooh, I see a Miami, Ohio player there.
Yeah, Mighty Redhawk.
I didn't even know he got
Tommy
drafted.
Doyle.
Who? Since when is he on the team?
Congratulations, Tommy Doyle.
What is a Tommy
Go
Doyle?
Hawks. I don't
Is
know.
he a cousin of a Jack Doyle?
I believe it's
hope
an
so.
old wooden ship.
Yes.
Does he have baby hands too?
He definitely has baby hands. That's probably why he slipped in the draft.
Yeah, round 5 is when you
Short
start
arm.
to see the baby hands.
Yeah.
All right, who
Yeah,
wants
so
to kick it off here?
I like Gregory Rousseau. I don't know. You know, he wasn't a Jalen Phillips. He fell significantly. He had 1 monster year at Miami in 2019. Did not play in 2020. Going based purely on that 19 film. I'm fine with that. It looks like they got depth. They got DeMar Hamlin in the 6th round. I really do like that a lot.
So one thing people are bitching about is that there is a sincere lack of highly drafted cornerbacks. I'm fine with that. Levi Wallace is there opposite Tre'Davious White. By the way, Levi Wallace, a walk-on at Alabama, if you can believe that. Fucking phenomenal rags to riches story. They obviously went really hard at the edge with the first 2 picks. Rousseau, like Ryan said, 1 big year, and that was a huge year, though. 15, 16 sacks, something like that.
He's a freak.
And he is a freak, but a lot of those were from the inside.
Yeah.
A lot of those were inside rushes, not
That's even
off
better,
the edge.
though.
But
That's
yeah,
even better.
so
That's more
yeah.
impressive.
teams value that versatility that can go the whole way across the line. I like Carlos Basham, Spencer Brown at that point. Yeah, I can dig that. Marquez Stevenson, DeMar Hamlin, I can sort of take or leave. Wild Goose, anything about Wisconsin guys, that team just gets it done in college.
Anybody named
for
Wild
whatever.
Goose is gonna help your football team.
More than likely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sells programs. But I don't know. I'll give this 3.5 eggplants. I'm sort of indifferent, to be honest.
Yeah, I was
A
gonna
little,
go.
me too.
Yeah, I was gonna go a semi-flaccid, like an Aldi 3 eggplant. You better use them quick, or they're gonna go rotten.
Yeah. Are you excited at 3.5, or are you sort of coming down?
I'm sort of right at 3. We'll see what the consensus is. I may be swayed.
Luke, sway us.
I think it's 3.5 to 4 eggplants. Honestly, I think that it's not a sexy draft. But I think at the end of the day, this is the rich getting richer. They add some good edge pressure, which could really amplify the Bills' defense, in my opinion. Obviously, I would have liked to see them go running back. I think a guy like Javonte Williams could have been an excellent selection for this team.
Right.
But however, I do think they did a good job with this draft class. You get an offensive tackle in the 3rd and in the 5th to protect good old Josh Stallion back there, and you get 2 edge rushers in the 1st and the 2nd. If anything, you're just amplifying the trenches. And we all know the Bills' skills positions did just fine last year, except for that running back room, which was a little bit meh. But thankfully, you have, as I call him, the white Cam Newton and Josh Allen at quarterback, so you get some rushing touchdowns on the ground with him. So I think ultimately the Bills are locked and loaded for another great season, especially if those edge rushers come to fruition. I think this team's going to be great.
Yeah, they really
like
did show their deficiency in the trenches in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Josh
Yeah,
Allen was
they did.
running for his freaking life in those games. So yeah,
And they still went ahead and doled out offensive line contracts. They re-signed John Feliciano, which sort of blew me away that they would want to bring that back. And they signed him to a relatively decent, large contract for an offensive guard for one. I thought it was above his value, but Colt, what do you think, man?
I'm cool with 3.5. I was teetering on 3. Luke kind of swayed me into the halvesy range.
Cole, was that tickling that Javonte Williams idea? Was that tickling you in places?
It truly was. Yeah, I felt a spark. I would have loved to have seen a back of his caliber there, because in fantasy this year, I'm hands off Buffalo Bills running backs, dude. I don't want any part of it.
I'm low key kind of interested in Zach Moss. Don't get grossed out. His ADP will be so low, and he has potential to really get a lot of goal line work. I think he's easily a candidate for 8+ touchdowns.
It's just the way that they seem to turn into a passing team last year, and I don't know if that continues, but
go get Gabe Davis.
Yeah,
go do it. Do it now.
Okay.
He was delicious at Utah. He was all the eggplants at Utah.
Yeah.
All of them. So 3.5. Can we compromise here, gentlemen?
I'm good.
3.5.
I'm good with 3.5. Yeah.
Let's be civil.
Let's be civil.
Oh, we skipped over Miami.
Yeah, nobody cares. All right, the Dolphins.
That one is actually kind of light.
Yeah, so we've got Jalen Waddle and Jalen Phillips, the Jalens in the first, Javon Holland in the second, Liam Eichenberg, go Irish in the second as well. Round 3, we had Hunter Long, the tight end from Boston College. Round 7, Larnell Coleman from UMass. Who the fuck? And the other 7th is Jared Dokes from the Cincinnati Bearcats. Thoughts?
I like it a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Personally, I think this is a 4 eggplant. Dude, you swap out Jalen Waddle for Devonta Smith, I would have been 4.5 eggplant. Not gonna lie.
Stop reading my mind, Luke.
I like it a lot. Sorry.
It would have taken to 5 with AJ.
Anyway, but Jalen Waddle, I think he's still a really good wide receiver. I think it's a little confusing to me because they already have a downfield guy in Will Fuller there, who can do a lot of the same things that Jalen Waddle does. I think that Devonta Smith would have been the perfect complement for this offense, but you know what? Brian Flores probably knows more about football than I do, so it's okay. So Jalen Waddle, I think it's a good pick overall. I'd give Jalen Waddle's pick a 4 eggplant just in general. Then Jalen Phillips, I think he's a good player. It's nice that he got a hometown guy from Miami. He clearly probably voiced that he wanted to stay in Miami, which is great. I think he's a good player. He can definitely give them something off the edge that they've been looking for and lacking, quite frankly. And then you got a safety in the second, try to fill the void that Minkah Fitzpatrick left in their hearts. Go Steelers. And get a tackle to protect Tua. So I think it's a great class. And then Hunter Long is a really good potential tight ends. Him and Gesicki could be a really nice 1-2 punch. And I think he could develop to be better than Gesicki, honestly. So, and then from there on out, 7th rounders, no one really gives a crap. Jared Dokes or shit. Sorry, I don't know why I said crap.
We don't use words like crap on this podcast.
That was ridiculous. I'm so sorry. And then Dokes actually is kind of interesting. So I don't really know what to make of him there. He's going to sit on waiver wires, but he could flash a bit in camp. So keep an eye on that.
Since he was balling last year, FYI.
One of my favorite stories from the draft was Jalen Phillips. When he left Miami, he packed up his U-Haul in his apartment in Miami and drove all the way back home to Southern California, and then got drafted by Miami and had to pack his U-Haul back up and drive all the way back.
Oh, how sad! How sad.
They obviously had a plan. They had a plan in what they were doing when they drafted it. When they traded out of 3 and then back up to 6, they knew they wanted Jalen Waddle. They did the math. They knew that Smith and Waddle were both going to be there. They wanted Jalen Waddle. I think Brian Flores has a plan for him. Jalen Phillips probably the best edge rusher in this class based purely on talent. I don't love Javon Holland when Trayvon Merrick was still on the board, but both are good players.
Talk about it.
I'm a big fan of Liam Eichenberg. I really like what I see from him, and it's because you don't hear his name called hardly ever, and that's exactly what you want in an offensive lineman. Hunter Long, that's right about where he should have gone in mid to late 3rd round. Larnell Coleman got some pub before the draft for a couple of weeks. Jared Dokes, let's add a Bearcat. They won a bunch of games last year. I love this draft. I'm going to go 4 eggplants as well.
I'm going to agree with 4. To second Luke's point, Devonta Smith was still on the board. That made me sad.
Idiots.
Jalen,
If you say it again,
idiots!
AJ, you're gonna have to
You know what?
turn your
I love it
camera
though.
off.
We're not talking about him today because it's the AFC show. Jalen Hurts is gonna kick ass this year for fantasy. I don't know if you guys feel about him. I think he's my quarterback.
I believe it.
Ryan proposed to him once.
That scratches me
I
right
love it.
where I itch.
Jalen Hurts is my QB 8 in redraft. I think he's going to be a stud muffin. I think he could be even higher than that probably. And I think Devontae Smith is going to do delicious things for that man.
Scratches me right
yeah.
where I
So
itch.
delicious. So delicious. So this is a 4 for me. I agree with you. It's puzzling. Javon Holland over Trayvon Merrick. That confused the shit out of me. Liam Eichenberg, it felt like they just kept getting guys they wanted, 1, 2, 3, and they maybe had a plan for a tackle a little bit earlier, but they saw 3 guys that they just couldn't pass up. Obviously Waddle, but Phillips and Holland. Something tells me they didn't mean to go that far down with an offensive tackle because that offensive line was bad.
Really bad.
It was real bad. And to his bad hip, my mother also has a bad hip. To his bad hip.
Oh, Linda.
Yeah, Linda. That is very, very, very concerning. But it's like Luke said, this is sort of redundant with Will Fuller. I'm a Notre Dame fan. It felt like he played half of every game for the Irish. And even in the NFL, it feels like he plays half of every season and just phones it in.
Well, he played great last year with those.
He did play great.
Yeah.
Damn PEDs. Why do they got to be such sticklers for that?
He only missed
WWE
one
was at
game,
its
and that's
best
Dude,
whenever those guys were roided out.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if there was like an off-brand NFL league, like the XFL? Dude, what if the XFL just said fuck it and like let's just
That's
juice
what
everybody?
they did the first time. The first time
Did
around
they?
when the XFL came out, they didn't give a fuck.
They should, dude. That'd be hilarious. Like, go send cracked out Josh Gordon to go like catch bombs on roids. That'd be hilarious.
God.
Josh
Yikers.
Gordon. we can form like an all-star steroids team.
This
Sorry, that
guy
was
fits
Cracked out
right.
Josh
By the
Gordon catching
way.
bombs on roids. How about
This
that?
guy
Look,
fits right.
Yeah, but where did all the roids
Martavis
go on
Bryant.
Will Fuller? Where is Will
Martavis
Fuller
Bryant,
hiding all those
Josh
those
Gordon.
steroids?
The funny thing with the steroids for like Will Fuller and all those guys, like they always say it's like from like medicine. Like I'm pretty sure Will Fuller said it was for like
he said it was
fertility
okay.
medicine.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like
Someone told me
fertility
it was
medicine or
okay.
Yeah.
Color me
They
skeptical.
always say that, man. Every
Yeah.
time it's always some medicine.
Yeah.
I was just taking my medicine. So, gentlemen, can we agree on 4 eggplants and be civil about it?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Yeah.
I'm all for 4. Absolutely. It's a great draft.
Thank you, Cole. New England Patriots, talk. Somebody.
This is a 4.5 eggplant for
Yeah.
me.
Me
Mac
too.
Jones falling right in their lap at 15, not even
Didn't
having to
even
move a
move.
muscle.
Oh,
Fantastic. And then Christian Barmore in the second, also a fantastic pick. Ramondre Stevenson, a fantastic dynasty ad right now, in my opinion. Very, very cheap. Could be utilized heavily.
yeah.
Before you get grossed out, there's a guy from Dynasty Nerds. I forget his name, damn it. He writes a Z-score based fantasy article every year. And last year he hit on Antonio Gibson, Justin Jefferson, and others.
Nice.
He has Ramondre Stevenson as like the stick out grade. And he also has Rashad Bateman as like the wide receiver 1 for the Z-score. Go get Rashad Bateman, by the way.
I
Keep
like it.
talking dirty to me about Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, Stevenson could be awesome. So
I watched a lot of Oklahoma last year. And
What do you think
for the
about him?
past 4 years? When he and Ronnie Perkins came back after their suspension, they were a different football team, offensively and defensively. They went from
these are
a
facts.
dog shit team to probably the 3rd best team in the country. They
Wow.
were fucking unbelievable by the end of the year. And Ronnie Perkins, deep in round 3, is an absolute steal. Crime of the century. That dude, if he doesn't get suspended prior to if he doesn't get suspended prior to the bowl game, the Peach Bowl in 2019, he's a 1st-round draft pick. He was the only defender that Pro Football Focus ranked in the 90s against both the run and the pass.
So why do you think he's gonna get suspended? Is he a drug lord? Is he an off-the-field nightmare?
He got suspended at Oklahoma. He got suspended before the bowl game in 2019, and got suspended for the first 6 games in 2021, I believe. It was a weed situation.
All those damn weeds.
It was the weeds.
Gotta get a
And
weed
so,
whacker, man.
yep, Belichick took a flyer on him, and Ramondre Stevenson as well, and that's going to pay off in a big way.
Gentle babies, I'm going to put this at a 5 eggplant.
Yeah.
I think
Boom.
this was delightful. Bill Belichick, we were wondering how he selects a quarterback. He does it by not moving at all.
They should have jumped for Fields, though. They should have jumped for Fields.
Yeah. Could have. But then when you trade up for Fields, you don't get Barmore. You might not get Perkins there. You might not get Ramondre Stevenson there.
And you wouldn't be Bill Belichick anymore.
And you wouldn't have a first round pick next year.
Yeah.
Facts. Ramondre Stevenson is the reason Trey Sermon went to Ohio State. He was just too good to be kept off the field. The only thing that kept him off the field was not being on the field.
Yep. Was the weeds.
Cameron McGrone at the 5th round is absurd. Joshua Bledsoe was in some top 100s in the 6th. That's fantastic. Trey Nixon, I don't know if you watched Ole Miss last year, but Matt Corral can fucking sling it. And Trey Nixon was on the receiving end of some of those delightful passes. And then Ronnie Perkins, what a beast. Christian Barmore, there was a lot of first-round buzz with him.
Yep.
That's a fabulous pick. I could be swayed to 4.5 eggplants.
I could be swayed to 4.5.
4 eggplants and 1
4.5.
half an eggplant.
Yeah,
4.5.
4 in the fat end of the eggplant.
The fat
One
end.
quick plug for a sleeper real quick, because this is the AFC show. I won't get to talk about it. Austin Watkins on the San Francisco 49ers, wide receiver, undrafted out of UAB. I really, really liked his film, and I think he has a great skill set and size. And I think that Kyle Shanahan could really get a lot out of him. So I've been stashing him everywhere in my dynasty leagues.
The mighty Blazers
you all do
of
the same.
University of Alabama.
Good to know, good to know.
Birmingham.
Austin Watkins, man. He's good.
This is an easy 4.5 for me, if not 5. I'm gonna consensus the 4.5 eggplants, but this is remarkable.
This is Bill being Bill.
It is.
Make note that it's the fat end.
Oh, I will. I'm drawing literal little images too.
Proud of you, Cole.
Yeah, man.
That's demonetization right there. The New York Jets. Anybody?
5 eggplants.
5 eggplants. He says. Explain yourself, Luke. Slay us.
The Jets
was
get so much
fast.
shit. The Jets get so much shit because of Adam Gase ruining their organization single-handedly, and all the several years before that of pain. I understand this.
Greg Williams can eat shit.
Okay, that's fair. Justin Fields is my QB2. Let me say that first. But Zach Wilson is my QB3, and he is very, very talented. And I
What do you
think
think of his face?
I was
His
just getting
face
ready to say.
is
What do you
punchable.
think of his face?
Punchable
It's
face.
very, very punchable. Is it?
That's what we said about
stupider-
Drew Lock.
Is it stupider than Drew Locks? Do we have a new contender?
No.
Maybe. I don't know. He
He
has a very punchable face, but dude, he can
Yes.
sling that.
Yeah, dude's got a hose.
He has
Mhm.
an awesome arm, and I loved watching his film. The only concern is that he had only one awesome year, and he played against Walmart workers.
did do
But
that.
I think that he is arguably the best ceiling in this draft class, in my opinion. He could develop into an Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes kind of player, the elite level gunslinging quarterback. I'm not saying he's going to be that good, but that's the archetype that Zach Wilson could fall into in the NFL. But he also
If he
could very
doesn't
easily
get ruined in New York.
if he does it. I actually have faith in them, though. I think they're doing all the right things, and I think
They
that
are.
a lot of people think that their new head coach
Yeah.
is doing a nice job.
I have
But-
a faith in Elijah Barrett Tucker. That's what I have faith
I
in.
do too, and
Yeah.
I was going to get there in a second. He's a really good prospect, and I think that was honestly like the perfect spot to take Vera Tucker. It was a bit early. I think that Vera Tucker is going to go around like 18-ish, but I think it's a great pick. And then Elijah Moore in the second at 34 was a steal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Awesome,
for sure.
Awesome wide receiver. And then Michael Carter in the 4th, you're getting a running back to pair up with Tevin Coleman and Michael Pirine. Really good RBBC there in New York. And then from there on out, it's just great depth pieces to add. I think they killed this draft, honestly. I don't think that you could have done it much better than they did.
Yeah, to get what they got. And I think Elijah Vera Tucker is the second best pick in the first round. Behind the
Whoa.
Bears moving up to get
Wow.
That's
behind the Bears
I don't know
moving
about that
up to
take.
get Justin Fields.
That's
don't know
big.
about
That's big eggplant energy, buddy.
I think
Uh-huh.
there's a few ones that were better. Fields moving up was fantastic. I
Yeah.
think Sewell to the Lions was fantastic.
Uh-huh.
I
I
think
love that pick too.
Facts.
Darisaw to the Vikings was fantastic.
Yeah.
And
Second
he
Rashawn
round.
fell.
Slater to the Chargers was fantastic.
Yeah.
Third.
What I meant was second best move up to go get somebody.
Okay,
Was,
yeah,
was
that's fair.
Vera-Tucker.
That's fair.
So he could swing to right tackle. I'm of the belief that Elijah Vera-Tucker can be a right tackle in the NFL. If not, he's going to make a fabulous guard. Either way, this is a huge upgrade on that line. Zach Wilson, Luke said enough. Elijah Moore, fantastic. Dropping
Both
down
Michael
to
Carter's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
both
love the
Michael
two Carters. Yeah.
Do you think? I think what I would do with Vera Tucker if I were them, I would put him at left guard and play him next to Becton and just lock down.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
That'd be
Run left.
nasty in the run game.
Yeah.
Get the full Seahawks with Sean Alexander and that
Yes, sir.
line going. Just run left.
Shades of Mike McGlinchey and Quentin Nelson at Notre Dame. So moving on to Hamza Nasirildeen, I should have added that shit to the pronunciation.
That's
game.
why I didn't say that name before, is because I didn't know if you'd added him to the.
So, Saraldine.
He was getting Isaiah. Why am I drawing a blank on this? Clemson. Isaiah Simmons. He was getting Isaiah Simmons comps before 2020, which is way out of line. But he is that kind of body. It's a safety linebacker, similar size, not quite the athlete, but still a really good player and a piece to move around. And yeah, I think Luke covered it all. This I can dig a 5. I can dig 5 full eggplants.
5 sweating full eggplants. Yes.
Glistening.
Yeah.
Wedding.
Yep.
Jeez.
Like right after a run.
Yeah. 5 glistening, voluptuous eggplants. It is.
We'll
Yes,
show
it
you
is.
draw a diagram, Colt. All right, the Baltimore Ravens, gentlemen.
Bateman.
Yep,
It's
I
okay.
was waiting for that. Bateman. Anyone else second the Bateman shouting?
They needed to get Bateman. Like they.
I'd love to see him go
Bateman.
somewhere else from a fantasy perspective, but I love the player.
Can I
From the
make the
top,
argument
from the
real quick
top
for
of
the
our
landing
lungs.
spot? Dude,
Make
I
an
love
argument.
Rashad Bateman to Baltimore. Here's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
It's gross, but this is the biggest lesson I've learned from fantasy so far. I'm pretty young. I've only been really, really hardcore playing fantasy for 3 years. Talent over landing spot for wide receivers is my lesson for sure.
Okay.
I faded AJ Brown because of it, and I'm not making that mistake again.
Mhm.
Rashad Bateman to Baltimore. Here's why, okay? Everyone knows the stat about them being 32nd in the NFL for passing volume, the wide receiver position.
Right.
Maybe just in general. I don't really remember. But here's why. With the receiving core of Miles Boykin, Willie Snead, and Hollywood Brown, why would you pass to your wide receivers? Now that you have Rashad Bateman, Tylan Wallace, Hollywood Brown, and all the other weapons you have, of course they're going to throw the ball in the wide receiver position more. It makes so much more sense that way. They were utilizing their strengths.
They got 2 starters in this draft.
Exactly.
receivers.
Wallace is awesome too.
Yeah, 2 starters in the draft. Overall, it looks like they might have 4 starters from this draft, which is remarkable for a team that good.
It's incredible. And a thing that's weird about the Ravens is that I don't know why I know this. I think it's because I'm a Steelers fan. I watch so many Ravens games. They weirdly throw the ball over the middle more than any other team in the NFL. They throw it over a ton, and Rashad Bateman's best over the middle. I think it's just a match made in heaven. And I think that Bateman's going to be a fantastic wide receiver for that offense.
They throw it over the middle a ton because Lamar Jackson can't push it to the outside.
Fantastic analysis there, Ryan. I like it.
Ryan, for the win. So we talked about 4 starters. Yeah, Bateman away. Cleveland looks like he's going to jump in. Ben Cleveland, guard from
That
Georgia.
guy
He looks like he's going to jump in immediately.
They found him under a mountain somewhere.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, clubbing deer to death and eating them. Tylan Wallace could also step in immediately. And Miles Boykin, I love Notre Dame. I think he rose so much because of his 40 time. He does not play that fast. I watched him for 2 years. In the years he got some tread at Notre Dame, he's not that fast. I think Tylan Wallace, I think Bateman, obviously. And then Sean Wade in the 5th. This was first round hype 1 calendar year ago.
Yep. And then they realized he stinks.
Yeah, they realized he's a nickel corner, but nickel corners are extremely valuable. And when you get one that good in the 5th, Dalen Hayes also, it's a rotational piece at best. He's better against the run than the pass, but a fabulous team guy, fantastic. And you got to love drafting a fullback.
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves a good fullback. I love Tyler Wallace. I get to see him in person several times, and that dude is bona fide superstar material. He is 5'10" and he plays like Steve Smith.
Like that.
He plays like Steve Smith used to play. If he can stay healthy, he is electric going after the football.
I love me some Steve Smith.
I've got a hard 4 eggplants on this one.
I agree. 4 eggplants.
Yeah, Colt, write down hard.
I will.
Better yet, write down not soft.
4
Okay.
not soft eggplants.
Okay, I'm putting it in quotes. Not soft. I like the grade, guys.
FYI, I hate the Ravens. I also hate the Bengals, and now we can talk about the Bengals.
This is a 3.
Yeah, this is
3, maybe 2.5.
a
Honestly,
soggy 3.
I got to give it at least a 3. Getting Jamar Chase just speaks to my soul, and I know 5 can be a little high for a wide receiver, but he is something else.
Was the correct pick.
I agree.
Agreed.
Tom Bien.
But
You knew it was coming.
the reason I hate this Bengals draft class so much is because I despise who they picked in the second round.
Agreed.
That guy was a 4th round talent, in my opinion.
Not good.
There were
Reach.
some dudes left.
Yeah. Huge reach. And you know why I think it's even worse that they didn't take Sewell? It's because they could have got Sewell, which is a bona fide stud offensive lineman, and you could have
Very
came back
studly.
in the second round and drafted Terrace Marshall.
Yep.
Problem solved.
Exactly.
Problem solved. But instead,
I-
you pick Jamar Chase, who is also a bona fide stud. Don't get me wrong. But then you come back in the second round, you pick a scrub.
I raised the question before the draft. Would you rather have Joe Burrow slinging the ball out there to T. Higgins and maybe Terrace Marshall and who's the other guy they got?
Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd. I always want to say Taj Boyd, but he played quarterback at Clemson. Or would you rather have Brady Allen throwing to Jamar Chase? I think I would rather
The thing I
have.
always tell Bengals fans is like, do you see what happened to Andrew Luck?
Yeah.
And they're always like, yeah, but, and like, dude, just get the offensive lineman. I know
Well,
it's
what-
not as exciting for your team. It doesn't put butts in seats. It doesn't sell jerseys. And Joe Burrow, I think, wanted Jamar Chase. However, if you're a franchise your guy's coming off a terrible knee injury, you have to protect your investment as a franchise. It's that
Andrew
simple.
Luck was also built like a brick shit house. That
Yeah,
dude
yeah.
is huge. I saw him coming out of the showers one time in the Indianapolis Colts.
That sounds
locker room in a
that sounds
towel.
delightful.
Little sus.
It
How
was-
many eggplants?
Right.
How many
It
eggplants
was-
did he get?
Oh, it was I think I would break the scale. It would be probably 6. That dude is fucking gigantic.
Did you
And
say
Joe
it was a
Burrow
6-inch
is not that
eggplant?
big. I'd break the scale with the eggplant.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 6 eggplants for Drew Lock's eggplant. Joseph Osai,
case.
however, in the 3rd round, that's good value to me. Tyler
Good
Shelvin in the 4th round. Deontay Smith was a big late riser. And normally when guys rise late, it tends to inflate their value. To get him in the 4th, I'll take that. Trey Hill in the 6th. I like that. A kicker in the 5th. Not a big fan. At least it's not Roberto Aguayo in the 2nd. Cameron Sample can play if you haven't seen him. I got to give this minimum a 3, and I don't know if I could be swayed.
It's a 3. It's a soggy 3. Chris Evans, though, aka Captain America in the 6th, is enticing.
Yeah,
Captain
true.
America.
Definitely have him on your bench in
Nice,
Dynasty.
nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
great chin on that young man from
Great
Michigan.
chin.
So
Are we at
three,
Soggy 3, Colt.
3
Yeah.
soggy eggplants.
soggy in caps, please, Colt.
All caps.
Caps
Underline
lock.
it. Colt, I
Yeah.
want it underlined.
Underline 2. I got.
You heard the man. Underline it. Also,
Boom.
fuck the Browns, and now we can continue.
I want to hear what these 2 Steelers fans have to say about the Browns draft before I chime
Oh
in.
my
Okay,
God,
well,
I'm
first
very
of all,
sad.
Not a big fan of Greg Newsome at the end of the 1st. I don't know. A good pick, good player. I just think there's better talent on the board. The everything that the Browns are doing that gives people do fucking backflips is round 2 pick with JOK out of Notre Dame in the 2nd. Great player. Fell because of a heart issue, apparently. Third round, though, this pick can go in a dumpster fire and burn it. Anthony Schwartz sucks. I don't care who says it. He's a straight line guy, and that is it.
Yep.
His film was garbage, in my opinion. I'm a pretty
not
positive
good.
person when it comes to evaluating film. I watched this film, and I was like, this guy's not good. Like, where is he projected to get drafted? Third round, fourth round. I was like, dude, what? This guy sucks. But
When you
I don't
run a
know. And then
10-1,
from there on, it's kind of mad to me. I think this draft is a 3.5 flaccid.
AJ, your thoughts?
Yeah, Schwartz reminds me of Devin Smith out of Ohio State.
Yeah.
A lot. That is, he can do one thing, like
Ted
Luke
Ginn.
said. Ted Ginn. And I don't even think he's that elusive either. Obviously, Joker in the second gives me springs downstairs. Greg Newsome the second. He made Justin Fields, along with the rest of that Northwestern defense, look super pedestrian, which was remarkable. Now, it's obviously not one guy, but what Northwestern was able to do to Justin Fields was remarkable. James Hudson in the fourth makes sense to me. It's about where I'd expected. Tommy Togiai in the fourth.
Love that pick.
Love that pick. Richard LeCount in the fifth. It's kind of where I thought he would go, but that is a Georgia Bulldogs starter, and they were pretty damn good on defense, save Alabama. And then Demetric Felton in the sixth. That's your AP player. That's your do everything, a little bit of running back, a little bit of wide receiver. I got minimum 3. I would like 3 eggplants and 1 half eggplant right down the middle, vertically.
Vertically, I like that.
Yeah. Call it your thoughts.
That's fair as it gets. I love the Joker pick in the second round. I'm pretty much a fan of Newsome. You know, like AJ said, that the secondary Northwestern against Fields.
It's also
I'm
a
going
really
for-
well-coached team, just in general, FYI.
It is. I love the additions on the Browns roster defensively. I think they are, on paper, maybe one of the best defenses in the league. Especially if Delpit can come back.
Boo.
Mm-hmm, boo is, I second that, but I think you might be right, Colt.
Yeah. Hey. I really like what they did. I'm going to give it 3.5. I like the 3.5 vertically.
Ryan, what are your thoughts here?
I'm going a full 4 eggplants. I love the Newsome pick.
FYI, he is. It involves Baker Mayfield. He can't help himself.
It does not involve anything to do with Baker Mayfield. As a matter of fact.
Okay.
So here's the thing.
I hate Baker Mayfield for football. I think that he's a bad quarterback.
Ryan.
Not bad. Listen, not bad. I'm sorry. I think you're an Oklahoma fan. That's why you like him.
I'm actually not. I just spent 4 years in Oklahoma covering them, so I know a lot about them.
Anyway, I liked Baker Mayfield as a prospect a lot coming out. I really did. I thought he deserved to be the number 1 pick, and he was.
Mm-hmm.
I've been an unpopular opinion. I thought he deserved to be number 1, and he did go number 1. But I just don't think he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I just don't. I think you're going to have to build a God squad around him. He's too inconsistent. And I just don't think that he does anything at an elite level. I think he's a game manager, and he'll never really be an elite quarterback in the NFL. I don't know.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with one thing you just said. I love the dude's swagger, and I love his leadership.
And you said God squad around him. I mean,
he's got that.
Getting semi damn close.
He's got that right now. I love the Newsome pick. So in 3 years, this could be a 5 eggplant draft. It could be a 1 eggplant draft. There is nowhere in the middle with this draft. Yeah. Newsome could be a dynamite pick. Joker could be a dynamite pick. He also might be Jabril Peppers and never really fit in.
Or he might not play another game if that heart issue.
Or he might not play another game.
It gets worse.
Anthony Schwartz, I'm going to throw that one out. Whatever. I like the Hudson pick. I love the Togiai pick. They picked another Joker in Tony Fields from West Virginia. Full disclosure, I went to West Virginia, so I watched some of them as well this year. Basically the same player. Amen. I do like the LeCount pick, and I like the Demetric Felton pick as well. I'm going to go a 4 eggplant just based on potential, with also the ability to be a 1 eggplant pick in 3 years.
Nice caveat there.
So I say 4. Ryan says 4. Colt, final answer.
I can ride with 4. Yeah.
Luke, thoughts?
I think it's a strong 3.5 for me.
Do 3.5, and then just put a caveat that two people are Steelers fans.
Okay.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Speaking of,
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Let me try to put on my non-biased Steelers fan hat.
Don't do that, Luke.
I'm gonna. AJ, we can be on the opposite end of the spectrum here.
Let's be journalists here,
Fair,
fellas.
fair.
You can go full homer, and I'll try to be non-biased. I'm non-biased. Think this is a 4.5. I think this is a damn good draft. I really do. I think that Najee Harris fills a huge need for the Steelers offense. Sure, they need offensive linemen, but I think we got 2 really good ones in the 3rd and 4th round, if I'm being honest. I think they did a really good job with those picks. I really trust the Steelers front office to pick offensive linemen in the mid rounds. We hit a huge home run on Kevin Dotson last season, and I think that they're going to continue that success. I think that Najee Harris is fantastic, obviously. And Pat Freiermuth, I cannot say enough how much I love that pick for them. We've been looking for a long-term solution at tight end since Heath Miller retired. We dealt with Jesse James, garbage performances for years. And we went and signed Ladarius Green from the Chargers. Got like 20 concussions.
What a fucking tease.
Yeah, he was tease and a half. And then we have Eric Ebron, he's fine, but he's not the long-term solution. Pat Freiermuth is an awesome all-around tight end that does everything the Steelers need and provides the blocking presence we've been looking for. It's a perfect pick, and I really think that it's an awesome draft class top to bottom.
Freiermuth would be tight end 1 in any other draft not involving Kyle Pitts.
Amen.
True.
Amen. He's amazing in tight end premium drafts. And rookie draft for tight end premium, he's still going in the 2nd round. Fantastic.
Colt, sorry, Luke, I don't know what the fuck happened. This is 3.5 max for me.
Why? Najee and Freiermuth are a home run, dude.
So in terms of player, see, I can be swayed to a 4, but in terms of player, I agree. Najee Harris, Pat Freiermuth. Pat Freiermuth looks and is built maybe not quite Gronk style, but he has that style of play. He is a bruiser, and he's also crazy athletic.
He's your classic all-around tight end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that all-around skewing towards receiver, and he's really, really, really good at it. It was kept under wraps by how bad Penn State was this past year. But I love the players themselves. The value, I don't like it. Tight end in the 2nd, running back in the 1st. I don't like the value. Kendrick Green, he's a really good player. Don't get me wrong. He might start day 1. They might have, I would say, probably 2 day 1 starters. Freiermuth, I think by the end of the season, is slotted in the starting lineup. Go ahead.
I don't think he's going to start this year, but next season he will be the starter, and for many years to come, in my opinion.
I feel like everyone's going to get tired of watching Eric Ebron drop balls. I cannot abide dropping passes.
The thing I like about Freiermuth a lot is that he blocks and receives the ball really well. So he's going to be on the field a ton, which is great.
Yeah, so I think you're right. He'll get on the field in your 12 packages and your 22 packages. I think this guy is going to play. And like you said, he might not start. But again, like you said, I think he'll play a lot. I actually love Quincy Roche in the 6th. That guy was getting 2nd round hype a little bit. I think it was overblown, but he was a transfer to Miami, just like Phillips. I think he looks good. Trey Norwood, Ryan loves the guy, and I think he's great. Hunter,
he's a really good athlete.
Yeah, so I could sway up to a 4 on this.
It's a 4.
Colt, Ryan.
I was going to go 3.5. Like AJ, I don't love the value of Najee Harris. I think he will be wasted in that offense with no offensive line.
That concerns me.
That is incredibly concerning. Freiermuth, yes, he is going to be a good player for a long time. Did they need him? Is he going to be a huge impact player? Were there other players on the board that would make immediate impacts for the Steelers instead of Freiermuth at 55? Yes. So the value of those two picks takes away from it. I do like Kendrick Green in the 3rd round, and I love Quincy Roche in the 6th. So I was going to go 3.5. I like Trey Norwood in the 7th round. The punter's a throwaway at the bottom of the draft.
You see how jacked that punter is, by the way?
He is
So
huge.
we love our jacked punters. Do you remember Daniel Sepulveda? That dude was.
No.
Oh my God, that guy looked like a wrestler. He looked like
I'm all in on
WWE
punters.
superstar steroid era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big. I'm a big
Weatherford.
special teams guy. Big special teams guy.
All right, the Lakers game has started for the record, and if the soul leaves my body on camera, that's why.
All right. Yeah, we got you.
Fair-
We're going to try to
fair
get you out
enough.
before the first half is over.
Cool.
All right, so a 4.
I was going to go
Eggplants.
3.5.
I like
But
3.5.
I can get on board with 4. Like Luke said, the top 2 picks, while maybe not value, they're just damn good players. And the thing is, Mike Tomlin might know something we don't with Okorafor and Zach Banner. Zach Banner looked really good and looked like a great player pre-injury. Hopefully he can come back. That dude is massive. He's like 6'8".
He's a tank.
340. Yeah, he's absolutely jacked, built like a motherfucker. I could go 4 on this.
I will say, if the Steelers make the playoffs this year, this is Mike Tomlin's best coaching job, period.
Facts.
No. The year with Mason Rudolph, where he went 8-8, was by far his best coaching job.
Fair.
I hate that guy.
Do you hate Mike Tomlin?
No, love
Mason
Mike Tomlin.
Rudolph.
Not
Oh,
a big
Mason-
fan.
yeah.
Not a big fan of the Rudolph.
Yeah, Rudolph.
Very
Rudolph
punchable
sucks.
face.
Rudolph.
Ooh, yeah. All right, so 3.5, 4. Where are we settling?
3.5's okay. That's fine.
All right, 3.5.
All
It
right.
is 3 eggplants, 1 half eggplant cut horizontally.
Yes, I will agree with that.
Horizontally, check.
I love how atrocious this draft is. This is wonderful.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a joke. Is this for real, AJ? Did you make this up?
I love this.
I should have added a 7th round pick and just made up something.
It's a flaccid 3 for me. They did okay with what they were given, but it's kind of ass.
True. Yeah.
So I got to factor in that Laramie Tunsil trade here.
Yeah.
I have to factor that. Normally, I'd be, trading for a stalwart left tackle. I love that, except then they did what they did
Yeah.
after that, which is, as we know, not great. Davis Mills, we're talking about 1 year of full experience, and Stanford was not that great. Nico
Five-star recruit
Collins,
coming out of high school.
big time recruit. Brevin Jordan, I'm really surprised he fell to the 5th. I thought that was okay, but they
That's a
need
good
help
pick.
everywhere.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts here, Luke?
It's fine. It's fine. Just across the board. I think it's fine. I think Brevin Jordan's a great value, but besides that, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna go 2.5 on this one just because, I mean, you got 2 guys that can play right away in Collins and Brevin Jordan. I mean, all of them may have to play right away. So the Texans are so bad.
Terrible.
Colt, what are your thoughts?
I was thinking 2.5. I mean, I don't think they did terrible with the lack of picks that they had. Like you said, a couple of day one starters likely here. I think they're really preparing for life without Deshaun Watson and drafting a quarterback and signing Tyrod Taylor. I mean, it's more by the day. He's not playing. I look for him to miss at least a few weeks to start on the exempt list.
Like Ryan said, this is the Spencer Rattler sweepstakes or the Sam Howell sweepstakes.
Okay. Yep.
I'm going to go 2.5 micro eggplants.
Japanese baby eggplants.
And
It's a
draw a little
flash.
draw a little frowny faces on them, Colt.
I will.
Make
Thank
him
you, Colt.
crying. All right, so that's 2.5 eggplants for the Houston Texans. And now to the Colts.
I hate this draft.
Ryan hates it. Do you want to tell us why?
So the Eric Fisher signing makes it a little bit better, but he's not going to play until at least October. He blew his Achilles out in the playoffs. He is right now 4 months removed from a devastating career-threatening injury. Kwity Paye is a project. Dio Adengbo is a monster, but then you just drafted 2 edges back-to-back. Granted, they definitely needed edge help. Then you follow it up with a tight end from SMU when Brevin Jordan was still on the board. And then Sam Ehlinger. Texas is all the way back in round 6. I hate this draft. It is so bad. In my opinion, it is so bad. I think
this is a two.
Did they get Mike Strahan in the 7th?
Yeah, guy with the gap, right?
Gap man.
Yeah. This is a 2 for me. I think Paye is fine. Second, I don't care. Nope. I would have loved if they got Rashad Bateman at 21. I think that would have been excellent. Or him,
Dynamite.
Elijah Moore would have been sensational.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not for me. It's okay.
This is a soft, smelly, rotting 2.
Yes.
Stank fish. Yeah, I can get on board with it too.
Yeah, agreed.
Kolsky, thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, man. I wasn't too impressed by this draft, top to bottom.
Chris Ballard has proven that he always has a plan. I just don't know what the fuck it is right now.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Real quick,
I would not hang this draft project on the fridge. Colt, what were you going to say?
Quick question for Luke. What do you feel like Carson Wentz going to do this year? You think he's going to elevate with Reich in that offense, or is he going to get pummeled?
Fantasy thoughts as well.
Dude, you honestly can't do much worse than he did last year.
Right.
I honestly have no idea. I am so 50-50 on him. I go back and forth every day. I don't know. He could be awesome. He could suck, and his career is over. I don't know.
Yeah. But he's got a line, and he's got Frank Reich, and
I think he's gonna do fine. I think his floor is like Sam Darnold last season. I think his floor is like that. That's what I think.
Which is pretty bad.
I like that. Yeah. I like that. I like that comp.
I think his floor is like Sam Darnold, but
pretty bad.
I don't know. He could be decent. I think his ceiling next year is a slightly better Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. Okay.
You got to think when the Eagles had Lane Johnson healthy and Jason Peters healthy and Brandon Brooks healthy and Jason Kelsey healthy, when that line was boogieing, Carson Wentz was at one point an MVP candidate, but I think this is boomer bust, like we've sort of agreed on here. This is definitely boomer bust, and I love the Sam Darnold floor. I think it's a really good comp.
Yep.
2. I'm on 2. 2 wiggly eggplants.
2 squigglies.
Just draw little squigglies. No width.
Form or shape. Yeah.
Just lines. Jacksonville Jaguars. Who wants to jump on this?
Luke, I'll give you honors here.
3.5. I don't know. ETN didn't feel good. Lawrence is a guaranteed home run. From there on out, I just am kind of indifferent, honestly. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah. I'm fine with Walker Little. I'm fine with Andre Sisco. I'm fine with Tefele. I'm fine with this. This is, 3.5 because of Trevor Lawrence. The rest is all just a 3.
Yeah, I agree with Luke on the Travis Etienne pick. That was puzzling with the guys left on the board.
Yeah, it did not feel correct.
Even Tyson Campbell. It looks great to have a cornerback from Georgia in the 2nd round, but there were dudes left. There were straight up dudes, and there were also dudes left whenever Walker Little was picked. Sisco, I like. Tefele, I really like. Jordan Smith, I really like. Farrell, I don't know why. I don't know why. I have no reasoning for that one. I could get on board with a 3.5. Luke, did you say a 3?
Yeah, I said 3.5. I don't really remember. It's fine. It's a good draft class, but ultimately, I'm not in love with it.
Yeah, and this is Trevor Lawrence. That's all this is.
Yeah, this is Trevor Lawrence and a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
Or ETN. Yeah. ETN could be hit or miss, honestly. I don't know.
They need dudes. So in that respect, I'm fine with it.
All right. A 3.5. Colt, your musings?
Obviously, home run with Trevor. ETN was very puzzling to me too, from a fantasy perspective. I would have loved to have seen him go somewhere else. And then Urban Meyer came out and said right after the draft he's going to be a third down back. You don't draft a running back in the first round as a third down back.
You do not.
Yeah. So I think I'm looking at this kind of like a Kamara Ingram split. Not the same caliber of players, but New Orleans a couple years ago. That's kind of how I'm hoping, like the lens I'm viewing this through goes.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, but yeah, I mean, there were some dudes left at 33 and 45. I mean, that's Cisco. Yeah, I go 3.5.
Trayvon Merrick could have been that pick.
Exactly.
Still on the board.
At 33.
It should have been him.
Yeah, because I was mocking him there at 25.
Yeah, we were all mocking
For
him
what?
there. Everybody and
Right.
their mama was mocking Trayvon,
Right.
Trayvon Merrick at 25.
Yeah.
All right, so are we thrice eggplants?
Thrice and a half.
Tracy Media.
Emedia. That's 3.5. 3 eggplants and 1 half eggplant.
Vertical
Jacksonville
cap.
Jaguars.
ass.
I think on the hat end, on the fat end of the eggplant for me.
That's kind of what I was feeling too. All right.
Chunky fellas. Okay.
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans. Let's talk shop.
This
Caleb
is
Farley
all,
in the first.
It's all gonna hinge on how healthy that kid is.
Yep.
Big
Facts.
risk.
Yeah,
They hedged their bets a little bit with Elijah Molden in the third, but it all hinges on the health of Caleb Farley. If he's good to go, then this is a home run draft. I think if he isn't good to go, this is a middling draft at best.
Indeed.
So
Agreed.
under the assumption that he is healthy, I'm going to give it 4.5.
Ooh, that is bold.
Healthy.
Yeah. That's
I like that they got the offensive tackle help, although Conklin leaving was they had
Major
they had Dennis Kelly, and Derrick Henry still did Derrick Henry things. But I like that they went ahead and addressed that need. Monty Rice in the third is fine. Elijah Molden, I think, steps in immediately as your nickel. Which
Agreed.
Nickel, like I said earlier, is about as important as it gets at this point. Weaver in the fourth, I like that. Don't know who the fuck McMath is. Brady Breeze, I love that name. I don't know what that means. You're right. This hinges on Farley. I can't give this any higher than a 4.
Yeah, I'm fine with a 4.
It's 3.5 for me, but I'm fine with the 4.
Colt, your thoughts?
I'll go 4. I can't quite go 4.5. I would have loved to have seen them take a receiver with some talent and pedigree.
Colt, your fantasy showing.
It is. Oh, should I put it away?
Elijah Moore.
Elijah
was my
Moore.
pick in my first
Thank
round.
you.
Yeah.
Elijah
Thank
Moore.
you.
We had an Ole Miss connection with AJ Brown and Elijah Moore, and it would have been delicious.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
agree.
Yep. But
But if Farley's healthy, that's a top 10 pick at 22.
Mhm.
exactly. I mean,
That's-
it's high
that's-
risk,
that's a
high
fact.
reward. I do like the Farley pick. I would have just liked to have seen a receiver maybe in the second round. But I'm interested to see how it shakes out because there are a lot of vacated targets.
So, side note here for Luke and Colt, Josh Reynolds. What are our thoughts?
Meh.
Man.
Yeah, just a guy.
He could be a wide receiver too there.
Yeah.
Just a jag.
I didn't really think Corey Davis was all that good at all. Honestly, he could not separate, man.
He underperformed.
Shut your mouth
for
about
his
Corey
drafts.
Davis. I wrote a whole article about that man.
You
how he
shut
broke
your
Did
down.
you?
mouth when you're talking.
Now, here's the thing. I drafted Corey Davis his rookie year, and all this hype was built up, right? And he's a talented player, but I just watching some stuff on him last year, he just didn't really seem like he could beat man or press that well. I mean, he played well in zone, but I could be off. Luke, is there something I'm missing?
At that size, you got to be able to beat press every time.
Yeah.
That's fair. I don't know. Corey Davis. I think Davis is gonna be really interesting in New York.
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I like that better for him.
I like the Wilson Davis connection. I think it's going to be big.
Yeah. All right, we're going 4.
4 eggplants. It is.
Consensus. All right.
To the west we go.
Denver Broncos. Who wants to
Kind of like this
lead?
draft.
Ryan likes it.
I kind of like it a lot.
Are we talking 5?
There were a lot of people.
No. Hold on, I need to
salivating.
go on a rant. This is the dog
Get
shit
him.
draft in Denver Broncos.
Uh-oh.
Justin fucking Fields was in your lap.
Well, what if they get Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers?
I don't give a shit if they get Aaron
Dude,
Rodgers.
dude,
They should have got
fuck
Justin
John
Fields at
Elway.
9 for free. They could have Justin Fields at 9 for free, or they're gonna have to sell the whole farm to get Aaron Rodgers. who's
Yeah.
old.
Oh man, true.
Dude, I understand. Surtain's awesome, but
Yeah.
Justin Fields, dude, that's a franchise-changing quarterback right in your lap at 9.
Justin
don't
Fields should have
pass
been
on
gone at 8.
Don't
Justin
worry,
Fields should
they
have gone
brought
at 8
in
to the Panthers.
they brought in Teddy Bridgewater.
Ridiculous.
Oh, Teddy Two Gloves. He'll know
Teddy
what
Two
to do.
Gloves. Yeah, I think they're either gonna. I don't know what John Elway's problem is with quarterbacks.
I don't either, man.
God help us all if he backs in and lucks into another superstar quarterback on the back end of their career and wins a Super Bowl. He can absolutely eat eggplants.
Bag
What are you
of
gonna do,
dicks,
AJ?
yes.
Are you gonna fly to space? Are you gonna combust? Are
Yeah,
you gonna-
I'm going to fly to space. I'm going to move to the moon. So people, by the way, people loved Baron Browning. He was getting some first round hype for God knows why. The Buckeyes defense was middling. It was probably better than middling, but it was not the Ohio State Buckeyes defense we're used to. Baron Browning, huge prospect coming out of high
Huge.
school. Huge prospect. Caden
I
Stearns
love
was fifth. I
Javonte
like.
Williams.
Facts. Love Javonte.
Love him. I
Oh,
think It's a
absolutely.
great landing spot for him. I think Melvin Gordon's gonna fade to black, and Javonte is gonna be an awesome running back there.
I agree. I think it's gonna take a little time, but Javonte will take over.
Be patient, gentlemen.
Yep.
Getting Jamar Johnson in the 5th round is a really good pick. I like that.
That
pick a
is
lot.
great. Kerry Vincent in the 7th.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. Jamar Johnson the 5th, like you said. I'm not going to say the name. The guard from Wisconsin Whitewater. I refuse to mispronounce his name out of respect.
Quinn Mainers.
Don't correct me.
I love his belly.
He's got a great belly. He has a
He's
beautiful belly.
He's just
Dude, it's
going,
amazing.
What a
I love
belly.
it. It's hilarious, dude.
He's going tits out.
Hell yeah, he is.
Tits out for Harambe.
Tits out. Yeah, exactly. Surtain, I love it, but it's already been said. Justin Fields is on the board, but you choose to roll with Drew Lock's big, dumb
Disgusting.
face.
Disgusting.
I think Teddy Bridgewater starts day 1 there unless they get
Me
Aaron
too.
Rodgers.
Yep.
I hope that's the truth for Broncos fans' sake.
He should.
Yeah.
Absolutely should.
If they were in any other division, they could win their division with Teddy Bridgewater, but they're not.
Facts.
Right with the defense.
Yeah, that defense, Surtain is essential to that defense.
Yep.
I cannot give this above a 4 because of Justin Fields.
I was going to go 4.
4.
I'm
Polsky.
fine with 4.
Kolsky, baby,
Yeah.
what do you think?
A 4 is my pulse here too. Yes, it feels right.
All
Okay,
right.
draw 4 hefty eggplants.
Yes.
Fresh from the
Okay.
store.
Thick ones, the Wegmans
Four
kind.
Wegmans Huskies.
Yes.
4 furry Wegmans Huskies. Kansas City Chiefs. Luke, did you just shake your head? What are your thoughts here, big fella?
He's watching
it's a
the
4.
Lakers.
I don't know. I'm bored. This is boring, Chiefs. I want some offense.
Yep.
Right.
It is boring. But
Truth.
they didn't need much. They needed a boring draft. They
Yeah, oh yeah, I
needed
know.
offensive
That's what
line
I'm
help.
saying. That's why I just shrugged and shook my head. I was like, what do they need? You know,
Yeah.
Meh.
This is fine.
This is the maddest 4 that
Yeah.
I've seen. Orlando Brown, I think that's our left tackle for
Yep. Long time.
Orlando Brown, love you long time. Nick Bolton is going to come in and start immediately. Creed Humphrey,
He could play guard for them.
hopefully he can play guard because their interior line is getting a little redundant. They just yanked Kyle Long out of retirement. Yeah, this is meh for me. Trey Smith in the 6th is fucking fabulous. Again, this is a crowded interior.
Yeah, it is math, and it's still a 4. That's amazing.
Consensus?
4.
Yeah, it's a pretty flat boring for, but I do like how they address their immediate needs early and often in free agency and the draft because they got the shit kicked out of them.
It's a four that needs Viagra.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's
say.
let's draw these flaccid, short, but give them a little girth.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Chubbies.
Chubbies. All right. Las
Little
Vegas
girthy?
Raiders. Yeah, a little girthy. So the Raiders, I cannot take this first. Someone please.
Did you skip
this
over
is a
the Chargers?
0.5. This draft is garbage, all because of
that
Alex
draft
Leatherwood.
is
Ooh, a
hot
0.5.
trash.
No, I'm kidding. It's not that bad. I think it's a 3. Morrigan the second makes up for it, but Leatherwood is a god awful pick in the first round.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like Leatherwood, but there was
I do too.
Not there.
Christian Darrisaw is on the board there.
Darrisaw, dude. Darrisaw is right there, and you go Leatherwood? No, it's ridiculous. You could have traded back.
Exactly.
Mike Mayock cannot help himself.
Listen, I get what the Raiders are doing. You like your guy, go get your guy. That's fine. But in the NFL, you can trade back, get extra picks, and then do that.
Yeah, I hear you can do that.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
He's just looking in the first round for anybody that went to Ohio State, Clemson, or Alabama. He just this is what I mean by phone it in. He just looks at the college football playoff and he's like, we need an offensive tackle. Just find the best one of those 4 teams. You don't really got to watch much film. Just watch that shit.
Yeah, just pick those guys. I don't like this draft. I was going to give it a 2.
I'm actually could we compromise on a 2.5? Colt, do you have any additions?
I want Harry Eggplants.
2.5. Yeah.
Yeah, draw
need
little
follicles.
draw little squiggles, Colt.
Yes.
Okay,
squigglies.
squigglies. 2.5
2.5
elongated squiggly. Follicular. Yes.
Yeah, if you want
Love
to, you
that
can
word.
almost hide them in all the follicles.
Ooh, I like it.
All right.
I like it. All right.
I'm with it, guys.
Down in the bush, Los Angeles Chargers.
This is one of my
5.
favorite drafts.
Luke,
Hard
lead
5.
this off. I think you're a Rashawn Slater truther, as many of us are.
This is great. I mean, I think this is a fantastic draft. Slater is a fantastic value. I actually mocked him here in one of my mocks, so I'm a genius.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I did too.
The only one that really makes me scratch my head a little bit was Josh Palmer in the 3rd.
Yeah, exactly.
If they got a Monroe St. Brown, I would have gotten naked. On God.
I think Josh Palmer was hurt a lot by playing at Tennessee. Jared Guantanamo, or whatever the fuck his name was.
Guantanamo Bay.
Oh my God, he might as well be sent to Guantanamo Bay. That dude was fucking trash.
Yeah,
Josh Palmer's
he's
legit
a menace to
stud.
Society.
Josh Palmer is a
actually could be
legit
really good.
stud.
I think they drafted him solely to fill the shoes of Mike Williams when he's likely going to leave next season, which is good. I think that's a good way to build your team. Fill in the holes that are going to be leaving eventually, but Slater's a home run, and Palmer could be really good. But I think, dude, if they got a Monroe St. Brown, I would have got naked.
Yeah,
it would have been amazing. But
Monroe
this
St. Brown
shot's
just
still
does
fantastic.
everything.
Snaps.
This is a 5.
Asante Samuel at 47. That's where I thought he was going to go, but I really like the player. Again, overshadowed by how bad the Seminoles were last year. That is a dumpster fire down there. But Samuel stood out. Notre Dame played him. Samuel was noticeably different than the rest of the guys on that defense.
Yep. That's kind of the Trayvon Merrick situation when he played at TCU. He was just flat different than everybody else on your television screen. I love Slater. I love Samuel. I love Josh Palmer there. Even Trey McKitty's all right. The Chris Rumpf pick was he's okay. A little undersized. He's fine. I love this draft though. For just the top 3, I'm going to give it a full 5 eggplants as well.
Yeah, if we're putting extra value on the top picks, the bottom half was okay. I can 4.5. Is anyone on board with that? Or are we 5 in this?
I think we're 5 in this, but
I'm leaning 5 myself. Yeah.
All right, I can 5 this.
Fresh, juicy, delicious 5. Scrumptious.
yeah.
Okay. Are we talking like Whole Foods organics here?
No,
That's where I'm
we're
feeling.
making Parmesan out of these eggplants, bud.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these are going on nice plates, all dossied up. Colt, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just picked some new ones up today. They look wonderful.
Ooh, delightful.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what time it is?
Plates.
no.
It's that time, gentlemen.
Oh, God.
Luke, you might be all right with this. There's some guys that have some fantasy implications here, and then
I'm
some
so
big
bad with all
names.
these.
Good.
That's
Because our,
exactly what we're looking for.
our last guest was terrible at these. He's a
Yeah.
wonderful guest.
Yeah.
And
Great dude.
he was
dude.
admittedly bad at these.
Oh man, I'm not great at these. So are we just going for it?
So
Yep.
the first one, Clemson's next great quarterback. What's his name, Luke?
Dude. DJ Uegalele?
You're gonna learn his name real fast. It is-
No. That is not his name, but you will know it. DJ Uyunglele. A little bit of an N. Uyunglele. My roommate. This is all based on the fact that my roommate can't pronounce anything. He calls him Ryan. What does he call him?
Agunglier.
Agunglier.
That's great.
Googly eye.
Googly eye.
Oh my
So-
god, this next guy is insane.
Yeah, so he played for the Chiefs coming off the edge. Now he's down with the New Orleans Saints. BYU grad. What's his name, Luke?
Tano Kapasaganon?
Not that bad.
No, it's not terrible. Ryan, go ahead.
Pascanon?
Tano Kapasagnon.
Pascanon.
Ooh.
That makes sense.
I love
That
the
makes
Nyan.
sense. I like that actually.
Yeah,
Dude,
the
I know-
non-
Alberto, I never pronounce his last name. I always forget how to do it. Oh god. Oh, I'm blanking so much. Okay.
Okay.
I like Alio though.
The next one is a Missouri tight end doing something somewhere. Full
He's on the
disclosure, I don't know how to pronounce his name. You're right. Broncos. What do you got here, Luke?
Oh god, I always butcher. I just call it Alberto. Albert. I honestly don't even know. Ogobwenem? I don't know.
It's almost spelled phonetically. It's Aquegbanam.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
That sounds
You're
easy.
right.
It looks easier than it is. All right. Well, okay. Next guy.
So
Oh,
this is
God.
the Giants edge rusher. And again, I don't know how to pronounce this, but
I'm
Ryan
gonna
does.
go with.
Thank
I'm
God.
gonna go with Oshane Jimenez.
O'Shane Ximenez.
Jimenez.
I was close. I got
You
that.
were close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well done. Well done. So this is a cornerback for the cornerback heavy Miami Dolphins out of Auburn. What do you got, Luke?
I've seen this guy's name before. I always butchered it as well. Noah Igbenogany.
Oh,
Boom.
well done, Luke.
I'll give you full marks on that one.
Excellent.
full marks.
Mhm.
See, I know some of these guys with the hard names because I open a lot of sports cards and they throw these shitty players in there all the time.
Yeah.
I always butcher them.
Igbenogany.
Igbenogany.
Yep, close.
So next we have the New England Patriots do everything 1 week fantasy darling.
Love it.
How do you pronounce this name?
Gunnar Olszewski.
Bingo!
Pretty close.
5 eggplants. Everyone
one's
gets an
not bad.
eggplant.
Yeah.
This
Although we
next
have-
guy, I have no idea.
We have dubbed him as Gunnar Olszewski too, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
my roommate
Yeah.
tried to pronounce it and sort of lost it halfway through the last name.
Good.
So the next one is Navy's head coach. Awesome guy, awesome coach, but with a last name that is a bit difficult. What do you got, Luke?
All right, I'm gonna go with Ken Niamian. Oh, I thought that was a lot. Okay, let me restart. Ken Niamatalolo.
4 eggplants. Niamatalolo. is
Oh
the
yeah, I knew it
name.
was Lolo. I don't know why I went with low. Like I sped it up. I don't know why. I know
That's,
Lolo is
that's
a good thing.
okay. That's all right.
Fabulous
now-
human, fabulous coach, Niamatalolo.
Both of those things. And now we've got a fullback who hears his name screamed by the fans when he
Yeah.
touches the ball.
Yeah,
What's his name?
this is an easy one. I think it's John Kuhn.
Yep.
Bingo. 5
Yeah.
eggplants again.
There
So
we go.
Ryan, I'll let you take this last one.
So before we start this endeavor, do you have your web browser up?
I do. Yes.
Go to the Wikipedia of Kaimi Fairbairn.
Okay.
I wish we had
Fairbairn
Jeopardy
here?
music.
Wikipedia. Wikipedia. Oh my God, his full name.
Yeah.
Holy. Okay, where did it go? Oh my God.
Luke,
His whole Hawaiian
It's egregious.
name.
they're still finishing up his birth certificate right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go find
Unsigned.
it.
Adding syllables.
Kaamini Olo Alola Mika Ika Oki Kumpa A Kaimi Fairbairn. That's my
Nailed
best
it.
attempt.
I'm gonna go with nailed it.
Well
Yeah.
done.
You
Well
bet your
done.
ass he nailed
Crap,
it.
they wrote that down on a birth certificate.
It took two
Like I
birth
said, man, I'm not
certificates.
sure that they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hawaiians have 2-page birth certificates for their full names.
Holy crap. All right. Well, that was that, I guess.
Yeah, 5 full eggplants for that attempt. Well done.
Luke, we would like to present to you
Hey.
the McCorkle Award. Congratulations. Hopefully one
Luke.
day you can have a body as beautiful as our McCorkle Jones.
That's the goal, man. I'm just gonna stop going to the gym.
Peak American form right there.
It
So
is.
the key is, Luke, to continue going to the gym and actually do as much work as a professional athlete and yet still look as beautiful as Mac.
I don't understand how that's possible.
No,
I
he
don't
defies
either.
all logic and physics.
Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
probably like, if you like just took my shirt off and put me next to Mac Jones, like I probably would look objectively a little bit better. I don't know how it's even possible. As far as like the
Colt's got
stomach region goes, he probably has
Colt-
better arms
yeah.
than I do. But I probably have I have slightly like abs a little bit.
Yeah.
Like Mac Jones is not at all somehow, and he's a starting quarterback and national champion. So
Oh,
Colt's
there's
got a
there's
12-pack, and
abs
he's
under there.
57 years old.
well, there's abs under there, but, like, I don't understand. He looks like he's 40.
He
Yeah.
looked rather slim on draft day, though.
Yeah,
Was he
draft
wearing
day-
He did.
He
was
was
he wearing
well
a
tailored.
girdle, some Spanx?
Yeah.
That video of him speed walking out to the draft was hilarious.
That was
Oh,
funny.
tremendous.
He looked like a figurine.
It was tremendous.
He could have gone pro in speed walking if you didn't know that.
Mhm. Mm-hmm.
Really.
Congrats to Luke on,
Yes.
on
Hell yeah,
the
Luke.
McCorkle Award.
Big honor.
Yeah.
Big honor. Last week's winner, Christian
Huge.
Williams. Shout out to him. But we're talking
Exactly.
about Luke. Again, congratulations, my friend. So a huge thanks to Luke for joining us tonight. And it's now time to clap, idiots.
Thank you.
Great job, Luke. Nice having you, man.
Appreciate it, guys.
Oh, we
Ryan,
appreciate it, buddy, so much. Thanks for listening to the Shall We Football podcast. You can find and subscribe to the Shall We Football podcast on any major podcast platform, Apple, Spotify, Google. Every episode of the Shall We Football podcast also available in video format on YouTube alongside other content. So like, subscribe, press the notification bell to be alerted every time we upload it. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at SWF Podcast. That is at SWF_podcast. Luke, a little quick handle shout out for you.
It's just at Luke Sawhook. It's Luke and then Saw, then Hook. It sounds exact. I'm sorry, it's spelled the exact way it sounds. It's not complicated, I promise.
Perfect. Thank you all for listening, watching, however you consumed this podcast. Luke, thank you so much for being here. Good night.
Thank you,
to us
gentlemen.
all.